Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome for the first time if you're new here. I am so pleased to see you and very humbled. I'm continuing with my series of how you work with an angry partner to lift your relationship and break the angry pattern. And this has been a really popular series, so thank you so much for watching, thank you for joining me and for all your questions. As you know, if you watch my channel before, I like to give as many solutions to shift the energy so it's much easier for you to break old patterns and old habits. So I've already given a couple of energy flows. If you haven't seen them, they're just 10-minute energy routines that are really simple for anyone to do and follow along so that you can protect your own energy when you're dealing with an angry partner, and also so you can release your energy. And I've also shared an introductory video which talks about the dynamics of how your energy interacts with your partner's energy and what your partner's angry energy actually looks like. So if you haven't seen those, it's really important to understand how energy shifts with our changing emotions. Your energy is so dynamic, and the energy of anger is a very volatile energy which always keys in to your energy, entangles and entrains. So you're often triggered by your partner's anger into another lower and negative emotion. So go back and look at those. I won't repeat them again. But today I wanted to talk to you about something super simple that everyone can do to change the energy of their environment. So often when we're having an argument with our partner, it nearly always happens in the same room, in the same place in your house. I don't know whether you've noticed that sometimes if you go back to your parents' house, or you go back to maybe an old office that you've worked in, you often seem to fall back into the same psyche, the same personality type, the same thoughts and behaviors. It's almost like you're dropped back in time into that space. That's because energy is habitual. Energy follows habitual patterns. So if you've often had the same routine, the same angry, upset, the same types of conversations, the same responses in the same room, the energy in that room is a bit like tractor tracks in the mud. It gets deeply ingrained. So if you could see energy, you'd see the energy patterns follow the same habitual pattern. Energy gets stuck, energy gets stagnant. So if you have a room where you've been angry or negative things have happened, it's really good to clear the air. And there are so many ways to clear the air energetically. Lots of people use something called smudging. We're not talking about smudging today because that requires equipment. I'm using something that you've all got in your home. So this is about using everyday salt. Well, sea salt, not the kind of iodine, the special overproduced, over-manufactured, over-refined salt, but I like to use an organic salt. I don't know if you can see that, it's refracting badly, but this is Malden sea salt, something that's really organic, naturally produced. So Malden sea salt, Himalayan salt, any type of big crystal salt, not the fine refined stuff that you pour. That's bad for recreating or neutralizing the energy. So use your organic sea salt, your Himalayan salt, and all you need to get is I'll just show you, about a handful of salt. Not even a handful, a small handful. I've got small hands, so I'd say that's probably only a few grams of salt. And that's all you need to cleanse the space, cleanse the energy, take the negative charge out of the whole room. I like to sprinkle it in the corners, but I also like to sprinkle it over the area where you tend to be sitting or standing when you have your angry discussions, your angry conversations. It's great to sprinkle on soft furnishings, on the sofa, on the carpet. And as you do so, I like to verbalize. I always find that when you speak something out loud, it's bridging the gap between the visible and the invisible. It's about sharing your intention with the universe. So I always say something like, releasing negative energy as I pour this salt into the room to invite loving energy back into this space. But use your words. Whatever comes into your consciousness is what will work for you. And salt is a natural neutralizer of energy. It encourages stagnant energy to flow and to release. So open up all the windows, sprinkle it in the corners, sprinkle it over the soft furnishings, leave it overnight. Or if you're doing it in the morning and you're leaving for the day, do it for the whole day. Do it for 24 hours if you can. But overnight is enough. It will clear the energy and you'll just feel a lighter vibration. You'll feel lifted. And you can do this for any kind of emotional stuckness. So if you've got writer's block, or you're struggling to create something, or if you're stuck with a challenge and you can't think of a solution, sprinkle salt in your working space, leave it overnight, hoover it up, and you will feel a different person, I promise you. This is a wonderful trick for breaking any emotional pattern. It's great for breaking the angry pattern. Oftentimes it requires your own energetic shift as well as the energetic shift of the environment. That's why going on a holiday is so great, because you're changing the space. Often your holiday space will have a very different energy flow, a different feel. So sometimes if you're used to arguing at home, you might find on holiday you don't argue. This is like a holiday through salt grains. Sprinkle them in your room and you'll feel like you have a different space. It's worth a try. It always works for me. I really hope it works for you. And one other tip, I like to use a little bit of frankincense essential oil. Essential oils are high vibration, and the salt kind of absorbs that vibration and it really lifts the energy in your space, in your rooms. I love it when I do a spring clean to sprinkle salt and frankincense all over the house. And another tip, you can do it with your clothes as well. Just put a handful of salt and some essential oil into your washing machine, and you'll find that clothes will be revived, but energetically they're inviting a shift in your consciousness, a shift in your thoughts and feelings. It's a great way to get rid of the old and invite the new. So if you're wanting to break any habit, beautiful sea salt is a great way to neutralize energy, shift energy, move stagnant energy, so that you can start to change your own thoughts and your own emotions. Please give it a go. Let me know how you get on. Love the video, love the channel, show me some love so that more people get to see this. It's a really helpful tip. Thank you so much for watching.